Hey guys, funny guy Timmy here. I was doing a audition for a gnome character, and I just want to show how I go about doing character voices, um, because this one's like really interesting. It's more the kind of voice that I can do, because it's a shorter character, and there's no right or wrong way to really do a gnome voice. Um, so uh, they gave a picture, which doesn't always happen, but when it does, cherish it because then you actually get to see um, what they look like. There's a couple of voices that I've done before where I had to create a character and I didn't see what they looked like, and after I saw what the character looked like and it was attached to my voice, I was really disappointed. I felt like I could have done it way better if I had the picture. So anyway, this one's a gnome character. These are the lines down below his picture. Now, when I think gnome, I think it's either going to be Irish, Scottish, German, um, or English. Um, Basically, an English speaking part of Europe is normally what I go for, but then it's also it can also be German and Celtic, and the reason is because that's where like the myths normally come from. Like a leprechaun is going to have an Irish accent because that's where they come from. Gnomes seem to be in like um, old, uh, kind of like Beowulf kind of stories. That's normally where I've found gnomes anyway. So this is the character. These are the lines. And so I was gonna do, and they said they wanted him kind of high pitched. Um, so I'm gonna, when I get to certain, like when I get loud, I'm probably gonna get high. Um, and he's a bad guy. He's a villain, so he needs to sound evil. So normally you give him like a deeper, gravelly voice when he gets to his low parts. Um, and he of course needs to have an accent. Now I wanted to do an accent that isn't really specific to anywhere, but it can be used anywhere. So this is the one that I went with. So I'm just gonna do that right now. This was one take on it, so I'm gonna do another one.
I'm amazed that you managed to get in here. I'm amazed that you managed to get in here. I'm amazed that you managed to get in here. You know, your son is an ideal vessel for the Overlord. You know, your son is an ideal vessel for the Overlord. You know, your son is an ideal vessel for the Overlord. You want him back? You want him back? You want him back? Well, try. Well, try. Well, try.
So yeah, that's me doing an evil gnome character. Now, this isn't like the right or wrong way to do an evil gnome character. That's ridiculous. But this is how I do my characters. You saw that I did 3 takes of each line. Every sentence, I did 3 takes. Now, sometimes you have to break it down more. If it's like a long sentence and there's like a, it has like a reasonable break in the middle, you can break those down into different pieces as long as you sound at the end of one part like it can just smoothly go into the next. Don't end it like it's a sentence. This is my normal process, just me sitting at night or in the morning looking over auditions. So yeah, it's really fun. Let's see what else. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for you. So if you guys ever audition, my suggestion would be if they don't have what is it, a photo, and all they have is like a really good description. Sometimes what I do, and I don't necessarily recommend this, is I Google images of whatever type of character they're looking for that fits their description, so I can look at it as I'm doing a voiceover, just so I have an image to constantly keep me on point. Otherwise, my voice is going to constantly change. It's not going to stay the same. I've noticed that on a lot of my recordings, that it starts out one way and then it ends up a different way. And normally what happens is by the time it gets to the end, I actually like it better. I don't know why, but it's probably because I've been practicing through the entire recording. So I like it better than at the beginning. Well, if you hear that, just go ahead and do it all over again with whatever the sound was you had left over at the end. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was entertaining and slightly educational. So I'll catch you guys later.